Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. Thanks so much for joining me. Today, I want to do a short video about what are the most unique knives I have in my collection. And by unique, I mean something that when I pull out of my pocket or I show to someone, they invariably think it's really cool or very odd or something is very special about it. So I'm going to go through this kind of like in least unique to most unique, kind of. Um, First off, I have this baby Banter, which has these really cool uh, scales on them. It's got like the space kitty on it and the American flag. And it's just, I think it was an anniversary scale for our moon landing. And it's just really nice. And I've got this nice Ultim bead on here. I usually don't have beads on here, but I felt like this red paracord and the yellow was kind of like a rocket ship taking off. And this little knife is pretty cool. And I actually don't even have a pocket clip on this. Carry this in my fifth pocket when I carry it. And it's a cool little talking point. Nice little knife. Next is this urban um, buoy. The blade shape is really cool, and it's made out of wood, and it's supposed to be like Thor's handle to his hammer. And this urban buoy is very short and small. It's 154 cm, which is a great steel for a knife like this. It's a Kaiser knife, and I've always liked the urban buoy. The look of it, action is great. Runs on bearings, flies out there. It's nice and small, and anyone who sees this thinks it's pretty darn cool. Next, I think I'll talk about this scythe. So the scythe has this hawksbill and it's fairly small knife. I've talked about it a few times. I really like this. I think it's really great. It's supposed to be a self-defense type knife, but I'll always use it in the garden. Carry it in my fifth pocket. It's kind of like an extra carry that I have, and I found it more practical than I assumed it would be. 154 cm, again, great steel for that use. So that I don't get lost, I'm just going to keep open the knives that I've talked about. Next, I would want to talk about this guy here. This is the Mirage. It's a magnetic assisted opening knife. Got it from Winter Blade Co. This is their, I think it was his first run of these. Just really cool. I think I'm going to get everything that Brian Winter actually produces and puts out because his stuff is just so unique. And this was his second knife. And, you know, assisted knives are supposed to be gas station knives in general. And he did this one that's basically just, you know, you pull this back right here and it just releases the blade. The magnets go out and then it locks really super tight. There's no breaking that. And then to release it, you just pull back on this again and force it in. And then the magnets catch and hold it in. And the lock holds it in. Very cool. And while we're talking about Brian Winters, his first knife that he came out with was the Factor. And this kind of took the world on by storm. Makes that really nice ringing sound there. Sorry, the blade is a little dirty. I actually use and carry this knife, if you will believe it. It is nice sheep's foot shape, and yeah, it closes up when you close it. He's got this opening thing. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, very cool. And then I've actually changed the detent out on this to make it stronger. And can you hear that ring? That wasn't a good one. Hear that ring? It's just very appealing. And I just really like it. It's all magnetic again, but not assisted, not like the other one. And also, it has on this opening thing, do you see that vial in there? That's actually Trillium, Trinium. I can't remember the name of it, but it is an isotope that glows in the dark. So it's always on my bedside table, and it just sits there and glows all night long. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I just like this knife a lot. Definitely unique. I like the shape of the blade too, and I like the finish of it as well. Next, let's talk about this Demco. I mean, it's just a Demco 8020.5, but it has a Mars Attack theme to it, and the Mars Attack is a Tim Burton movie, like Tim Burton. And I sent this away to EDC Gear House, and they did one of their custom jobs on it, and it's just great. And I love the 8020.5, and I love this knife. They also shined up the pivot here. They put these graphics on it and this titanium job. They also did a McNasty finish on the deep carry clip, which is very nice. Just all around, this is just a fun knife to carry. Love it. Nice Halloween knife too. Very, very cool. Next, let's talk about this SBR. This is or no, this is just a rock eye. This isn't the short bladed version. This is the full version. People always like this inlay here. This I think is also from EDC Gearhouse, one of their exclusives. This midnight blue color with a DLC on it. It's just really nice. Yeah, I just like this version of it. It's just very powerful spring. ProTech is awesome at making knives like this. I really like it a lot. Next, the kickstop, the Redondation. This thing is heavy. It's very heavy, and it just flicks out, and it's very nice. And it's got a hollow grind in here, DLC all the way around. This is just a lot of fun. And the kickstop, the way that it works, instead of having the flipper tab come and appearing here, it doesn't appear there because the kickstop is actually in the thing, and it just pushes it out the blade. Very fun. Action is great. Just a cool knife. I also really like this skull that always, people, when they see that, they also always have to comment on it. It's just really nice. And then next, I guess I am down to two knives. This artisan cutlery guy, I've done a review about it, and I've talked about it a couple of times. This is the Proponent, and it's massive, and it's fun, and it weighs, I think it's over 10 grams or 10 ounces. Yeah, it's like 10 ounces. It's like 2/3 of a pound. Thing is heavy, takes up your whole pocket. It's ginormous. And you pull it out, you can be like, oh, someone pulls out a little knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Two-tone up there. S35, which is a great knife steel. I actually really like S35. Frame lock. The jimping on this is just great. Yeah, people are going to comment on that when you pull that out. And finally, maybe my most people who see this knife, they love it and they want it, and they ask me how much it is. This is one of the original Exo Riot Exos gravity knife, and in here you see it has a serial number of number 30, and it has this fat carbon inlay. Very nice. The way that this works is you open it up and it slides down, and then when you close it, it locks, and now it's locked. Is this practical? Absolutely not. Is it fun to play with? Yeah, it is. Makes a great noise, and you can get really good at it, slinging it out, and people just like it. Also, LMAX steel, which is a somewhat rare steel. A lot of people don't use that in their knife making. So those are the most unique knives, I think, in my collection. I, of course, love all of my knives, but these I would call the most unique conversation starting knives that I have. So thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for your support. Like and subscribe. You can also become a Patreon member. Really love it if you did. If you want to support me even more, it's like $3 a month, and you get entered into a monthly knife giveaway. So thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.